failures of 1987. Will the boys make a comeback in 1988? Released in Israel in 1988, this is Summertime Blues, also known as Lemon Popsicle 8. It's summertime and Johnny hits upon the idea of restoring a disused old bar with his friends Benny and Bobby. Sorry, no trailer for this one. Diary of a Mad Old Man was released in the Netherlands and France in 1988. Marcel has a chronic muscle disease and therefore has to retire from his work. After his wife dies, his attention is drawn to his daughter-in-law, Simone.
Marcel is wandering into his own private world, and nobody knows what he's thinking, how he feels, or what he wants. Except her.
You are a dirty, old man.
Diary of a Mad Old Man.
Yes, you're right, I'm jealous. I want you to kiss me.
A journey that crosses the line.
The more cruel they are, the more they seem to attract me.
Down, I said.
From impulse to madness.
If you go on pretending to be mad, you'll go mad.
From the Academy Award-winning producer of The Assault, Franz Rademakers, Ralph Michaels, Beatty Edney, and Derek DeLint in director Lily Rademakers' Diary of a Mad Old Man, a retreat from the agony of life to the comfort of the mind.
The Arrogant, also known as Sylvia Kristel's Desires, was released as a video premiere in March 1988 in West Germany. A waitress hitchhiking in Nevada is picked up by a man on a motorcycle. Unbeknownst to her, the man is a narcissist who thinks he's God.
He was alone, running from a secret past, when his journey led him to his destiny.
Where are you going?
Straight ahead to the sea.
Together, they embark upon a voyage of discovery, where the only rules they obey are the ones they make.
Are you trying to seduce me?
I thought I already had.
It's a bizarre odyssey of passion, adventure, mystery, and sensuality.
You like to give it to people, don't you?
You like to take?
Come with them as they explore an unknown world. The Arrogant, starring Sylvia Kristel.
Braddock, Missing in Action 3 was released in the United States on January 22nd, 1988. It is a time of war, and Braddock mounts a one-man assault to free his wife and son, who are still being held in a Vietnam prison camp.
Saigon, 1975. Colonel James Braddock left behind more than memories.
Your son's name is Van. He's alive.
Now, 12 years later, he's not just a soldier going after the enemy. He's a father searching for his child.
You must pay for the crimes that you have committed against my beloved country.
Until he discovers a generation left behind. The orphans of a forgotten war. Now, Braddock is on a heroic mission of mercy.
Get the truck!
Chuck Norris is fighting for everyone who can't fight back.
Don't step on any toes.
I don't step on toes. I step on necks.
Chuck Norris. Braddock, missing in action 3.
Gore was released in the United States in February 1988. American professor Tal Cabot is transported via a magical ring to planet Gore, where he must help an oppressed country overthrow its evil king and his barbarian henchmen.
Era tempo de tirania e sádica escravidão, quando sacerdote demoníaco dominava tudo.
I want them all captured or killed.
Era mundo que precisava desesperadamente de herói. Pelo poder de anel mágico, professor universitário é transportado através do tempo.
Hold it! I'll show you my driver's license! See? It's a mistake.
E se encontra no lendário mundo de Gore e os Guerreiros Selvagens. Agora ele aprenderá a guerrear, cruzará os caminhos mais selvagens e se unirá aos guerreiros para destronar o rei.
I am the one that controls your destiny.
Só a sua vitória poderá salvar aquele mundo. Urbano Barberini, Rebecca Ferrati, Jack Palance, Paul Smith e Oliver Reed como Zeno, num filme emocionante. Gore e os Guerreiros Selvagens.
Mercenary Fighters was released in the United States in February 1988. The president of an African country wants to boost his economy with a new dam. He ignores the protests of the tribes in the flooded region, so they declare rebellion. To avoid bad publicity, the president doesn't use his army, but hires 4 international mercenaries.
Deep in the jungle,
Mr. President!
in a corrupt third world country.
I want to know what the hell's going on, Colonel.
If you're looking for soldiers,
Your time in your schedule for another job?
if you want to start a war and want no questions asked, you call in the Mercenary Fighters.
Money talks, Colonel.
Peter Fonda is a leader of freelance soldiers of fortune.
Let's go!
For the right price, his men are ready to pick up any gun.
That is one nasty dude.
Eager for any action. And willing to face any enemy.
Look out!
But even for the Mercenary Fighters, there are some things money can't buy.
When your boys start pointing guns at my boys, we don't smile back.
They've been double-crossed
On the wrong side, man!
and left for dead. Now it's time to settle the score. Mercenary Fighters.
Going Bananas, also known as My African Adventure, was released in the United States on February 12, 1988. While on vacation in Africa, the young son of a US senator, his guardian, and their guide must stop the corrupt local police chief and the shady owner of the local circus from capturing their new friend, a talking ape.
Africa, land of mystery, beauty, and tourism. It's Dom DeLuise and Jimmy Walker.
Exactly how dangerous is this place?
On the wildest safari ever to hit the jungle.
This is not Disneyland we go to.
Oh, My African Adventure. 2 Americans and their guides go deep into the bushland on a cultural extravaganza.
Are you sure this man is a dentist?
No. He's a qualified doctor. I demand Novocaine!
Oh! And make a startling discovery.
I think he understands everything we say. Banana.
It is a clever little monkey.
Which turns their holiday pleasure
Anything from the bar.
Poulet-Poussey. Well chilled.
into monkey business.
This talking monkey is the 8th wonder of the world.
Eloise, Jimmy Walker, David Mendenhall, Herbert Lom, and Bonzo.
Bonzo?
Yeah, I named him Bonzo.
Give me a break.
In My African Adventure, everything a vacation
I'm gonna miss you.
was never meant to be.
You've got to cut down on the bananas.
Bernadette was released in France on February 7th, 1988. In 1857, a miller's impoverished family settles in grim lodgings. In 1858, their sickly 14-year-old daughter, Bernadette, experiences visions of a woman at the Massa Biel Grotto, sparking events.
In a time of religious turmoil, a young woman had a vision.
Saw a woman dressed in white with a blue sash and a yellow rose on each foot.
A vision that would change her life.
Your little Bernadette is a genuine visionary.
I forbid you to return there.
A vision given to a doubting world.
I asked the lady who she was, and she said, I'm the Immaculate Conception.
Everyone is saying that you're lying, that you're crazy.
Bernadette is no magician. When I examined her house, there was absolutely no trace of a burn. If this is some kind of a trick, the entire church will be discredited.
You're to come with me.
They've arrested Bernadette!
Just say you saw nothing.
But I did see something.
We must quell this superstition in the name of religion itself.
It's as if I'm being ripped apart here.
Bernadette! Bernadette!
A nation torn between church and state. By a simple peasant girl.
Go with God, Bernadette.
And a miracle. Bernadette.
Alien from LA was released in the United States on February 26, 1988. A nerdy young woman with a childish voice travels to Africa looking for her missing father and stumbles into a strange subterranean civilization.
Any invasion by aliens is counterproductive to the future of our great city-states.
Meet Wanda, a typical California girl who took a very untypical trip to Africa and found herself on a journey downward through a bottomless pit that led to the center of the earth.
Where are you from? From out of town. It's dangerous for strangers in Atlantis. People get kidnapped.
Wanda has found the adventure of a lifetime and the romance of her dreams. If only she can live through it.
Find this girl and lots of lotto money will be yours. It's you! I run! There she is!
Hey! Stop!
Kathy Ireland is Wanda, and Wanda is the alien from LA.
Bloodsport was released in the United States on April 29th, 1988. Bloodsport follows Frank Dukes, an American martial artist serving in the military, who decides to leave the army to compete in a martial arts tournament in Hong Kong.
The Kumite, the world's ultimate competition. The true story of a contest so deadly it must be held in total secrecy. Now, one American has come to this hidden location to win the toughest battle of hand-to-hand full-contact karate. Martial arts sensation Jean-Claude Van Damme fights to be world champion in Bloodsport, rated R.
Bloodsport starts Friday at a theater near you.
Agatha Christie's Appointment with Death was released in France on April 27th, 1988. When a former prison wardess who dominates the lives of her 3 adult stepchildren and her daughter is found dead at an archaeological dig, there are a great many suspects.
From the master of mystery and suspense, Agatha Christie, comes a spellbinding new film, Appointment with Death.
Health,
and happiness.
It's an invitation to murder.
Murder? Where? Oh, no, it hasn't happened yet.
With Peter Ustinov, who returns to the screen as the world-famous detective Hercule Poirot.
I'm often brought in cases of sudden death.
He's embarking on an international investigation, surrounded by an all-star cast of suspects. Lauren Bacall, Carrie Fisher, John Gielgud, Piper Laurie, Haley Mills, Jenny Seagrove, David Soul. Who is the victim?
I'm sorry, your stepmother is dead.
She died quite naturally. I think not.
Who is the killer?
You mean she's a suspect? Oh, my dear Colonel, everybody's a suspect.
I did see someone in white approach her.
She forced me to burn the real will.
We've all suffered for so long. She picked an argument with one of the Arabs.
There are so many possibilities. I'm totally baffled.
Only one man can untangle this sinister web.
How is it you're always in the right place to hear threats and plots?
She fixed the will. We're trapped. Do you know who did it? I have until midnight, Colonel.
Peter Ustinov stars as Hercule Poirot in Agatha Christie's Appointment with Death.
At least one of you is very guilty indeed.
This film was released in West Germany on June 2nd, 1988. An exploration of technologically developing nations and the effect the transition to Western-style modernization has had on them.
The Cannon Group presents a Golan Globus production of a Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas presentation, a new film from the director of Koyaanisqatsi, Godfrey Reggio, in collaboration with Philip Glass.
Shy People was released in the United States on March 11th, 1988. New York journalist visits her distant cousin for the first time to write an article about her life in the bayous of Louisiana. The journalist's drug-addicted daughter just adds to tension between two family cultures.
Barbara Hershey, winner Best Actress, 1987 Cannes Film Festival. Utterly original, strong, intelligent, and challenging. Extraordinary and courageous performances by Barbara Hershey and Jill Clayburgh. Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times.
Grace? I thought you left to work on your story.
Thought maybe you'd like to come. You know Granddad's brother who went down to Louisiana and became some kind of an outlaw? I mean, it is fabulous. There's got to be a story in it.
A New York journalist and her daughter embark on a journey into a different world. Into the heart of the Louisiana Bayou.
They're my family, for better or for worse. I'd like to see them if I can. Are you Mrs. Sullivan? I'm Diana Sullivan. This is my daughter, Grace. Well, you won't. We wanted just to talk about the family.
Kinfolk, unlike any they've ever met.
This is really good.
Turtle soup.
I had a turtle once.
Ain't him.
It's my baby boy, Tommy.
Why don't you help him? I put him there. Why would I help him get out?
How can you stand that? Being locked up like an animal.
I'm no animal. You have a live son you think of as dead. A dead husband you think of as alive. I want to tell you how I hated him.
No! You let her go!
Took me as a second wife when I was 12 years old. I'm the one that lived in Joe's Hill.
Where is Grace? Where is she? She's out in the swamp!
What do you think your pa would do to you for this?
She died 15 years ago and brought it out there in a fire! Grace!
Jill Clayburgh, Barbara Hershey, Martha Plimpton, Mare Winningham.
Swamp makes the body see whatever they wants to see.
Shy People.
Salsa was released in the United States on May 6, 1988. As a young East Los Angeles Latino pursues his dream of becoming a great salsa dancer, he is enraged to learn that his little sister is romantically involved with his best friend.
Event of the year, and I'm gonna be the king of salsa.
Get your mind on your work, Rico, or you're gonna dance your way right out of here.
You should see him dance. He's great. He will clear the floor.
Rico only likes two things, Rico and salsa.
We'll see.
He would make a hell of a partner for a woman who really knows what she's doing.
But I love you.
You love your dream, and she is your ticket, not me.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. What friends? It's always Rico, Rico, Rico.
Salsa, the motion picture. It's hot.
The Kitchen Toto was released in Japan and France in 1988. The son of a priest slain by the Mau Mau moves in with a police officer and his wife in 1950s Kenya. Sorry, once again, no trailer for this one. The Frog Prince was released in the United States on June 1st, 1988. Children's musical based on the Grimm's fairy tale of the Frog King. A young girl learns how to be a good friend and princess with the help of a tall frog.
Once upon a time, in a castle just like any other castle, there lived a very special little girl named Zora.
If you could speak, I know you'd say, how lucky can she be?
Who was looked after by a king.
Do try and act a little bit more like a princess.
And looked down on by a wicked stepsister.
You're always horning in. Why don't you just get your own friends?
But no matter where she looked,
Hi.
the one thing she could never find was a true friend. Until one lucky day, into her life hopped a most magical creature.
Who are you?
I'm a pedigreed amphibian.
Or is it a new toy? And all around the swimming hole. Very lifelike for a toy. I was a too tall frog.
You slimy, low-life creature.
But the wicked stepsister had other plans for the frog.
I can't live without water.
Wait a minute, where are you going?
My friend is in trouble.
Until Zora risked everything for friendship.
I'm so glad you're all right.
Through the dark, the moonlight streams.
Lights the night with silver beams.
Aileen Quinn from Annie. And John Paragon.
Ribbit?
And ribbit to you, too.
In the classic tale where true friendship triumphs. The Frog Prince.
Part of me on
Puss in Boots was released on June 10th, 1988 in the United States. A delightful tale of a cat who becomes a sharp gentleman and sets out to restore his master's name and wealth after he gives Puss a pair of magic boots.
You're looking at a happy cat, a smug and slightly sappy cat. You're looking at the cat who ate the cream. These boots have made a lot of dreams come true. There's nothing left to do but say adieu now.
Happy endings make the whole world smile. Man gets maiden and the church bells peal. And royal weddings are the latest style. They're so genteel. Happy endings make the whole world smile. Man gets maiden and the church bells peal.
Journey to the Center of the Earth was released in Japan on July 30th, 1988. Young people exploring a cave in Hawaii fall into a hole and wind up in the lost city of Atlantis.
Hawaii. Here, an incredible adventure awaits a young girl with an unusual job.
I'm a nanny to a dog.
Well, dogs need care too.
And two brothers with a taste for excitement. Together, they will take a journey to a place they never dreamed existed. A journey beneath the surface of the earth.
Richard, Christina, fire!
And beyond their imaginations. A journey to the center of the earth. Join the journey. Journey to the center of the earth.
Hero and the Terror was released in the United States on August 26, 1988. Danny was lucky 3 years ago at the arrest of Terror, a serial killer of a young woman. Danny's about to be a dad when Terror escapes prison and is back killing. Will Danny get lucky this time?
Three years ago, Dan O'Brien met a cop's worst enemy. Fear.
She's beautiful.
He thought the past was behind him. He thought he could still be a good cop. He thought the terror was dead.
Something's wrong. What is it?
The nightmare's back. There's nothing wrong with being afraid, O'Brien. You came up against a monster.
3 years ago, Simon Moon slaughtered 22 women, but 12 more were killed by copycats.
The MO on this girl is exactly the same as Simon Moon's.
Simon Moon is supposed to be dead, Sal. Nothing so evil could die so easily.
Daddy, is Simon Moon alive?
Hero, is the terror back? I wish they'd stop that hero crap.
Why are you letting it bother you so much?
Because it's making me out to be something I'm not.
You said he was dead.
I said supposed to be dead. There's no doubt in my mind. It has to be Simon Moon. He's there.
Chuck Norris. The hero is human. The terror is real. Hero and the Terror.
Messenger of Death was released in the United States on September 17th, 1988. A Denver reporter investigates the mass murder of a family of Mormons in rural Colorado.
In the home of a people united by tradition, one family will be divided with a vengeance.
God in heaven.
Now, Charles Bronson is out to uncover the truth behind this mysterious cult.
You're a journalist. You're not welcome here. So I've noticed.
He's out to stop the bloodshed between two families.
Looks like we got a live one here.
What he discovers is a mystery that lies between a world of blind faith.
How we worship is no concern of yours.
And a world of blind ambition.
This is sacred land, my father's land. They want our water.
Anybody here know of an outfit called the Colorado Water Company? You gotta make it look like an accident.
We'll take care of it.
Charles Bronson, Messenger of Death.
Doing Time on Planet Earth was released in the United States on September 16th, 1988. Through a series of extraordinary circumstances, an eccentric teenager believes he may be an alien prince of a distant planet, ready to lead his brethren home.
Ryan
Ryan Richmond, this is your life.
Ryan Richmond, Sunnydale, USA. Do you sometimes feel like the only sane person in a world full of idiots?
I can't take much more of this place. People trim their hedges to look like squirrels.
Is there a special reason you act so differently?
He's saying he's adopted.
Do you feel like a stranger in a strange land?
I think you remind me of the beaver.
Ever wonder why people think you're a nerd?
Pinheads, nimnods, and geeks. Reach for the stars!
Congratulations! You could be an extraterrestrial.
If what we suspect is true, Ryan, you won't have to worry about college next year.
It's a great way to meet new friends.
We're extraterrestrials. You are the leader of our tribe.
They could be the end of all your problems.
I want you to have sex with Edna.
Or just the beginning.
I am an extraterrestrial. There are people outside with guns who will kill me if I don't make love to you.
Well, I've certainly done it for much less interesting reasons.
Doing time on planet Earth.
Some of us go to Hollywood.
A story of teenage alienation.
And some of us go...
Doing time on planet Earth.
A Cry in the Dark, also known as Evil Angels, was released on November 11th, 1988 in the United States. A mother whose child was killed in a dingo attack in the Australian outback fights to prove her innocence when she is accused of murder.
On a night full of stars, in a campground full of families, Lindy Chamberlain lived the nightmare that every mother fears.
God, no, please, God, help me. The baby! My baby!
And the press found a victim. Meryl Streep stars in a true story of a brave mother's trial.
She's a witch, you know.
You're crediting me with the perfect murder.
Someone is definitely out to get us.
Tell me what really happened to your little sister.
Lindy's private life became public property. Her grief became a sideshow, and her innocence became a story no one wanted to hear.
I'd like to know more than anyone else. What happened to my baby daughter?
Would you like me to give you a 10-minute break?
No, I'd prefer to go on with it, Your Honour. This has been going on for 2 years now. I want to get it over with.
It's not going over well with the jury. Try and be more demure.
I won't be squashed into some dumb act for the public.
Lindy Chamberlain's courage inflamed a nation. But her triumph inspired the world. Meryl Streep, Sam Neill, A Cry in the Dark.
Red Riding Hood was released in the United States in 1988. The faithful little girl must brave the forest and the big bad wolf to bring her grandmother a basket of goodies in this musical version of the classic fairy tale.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a poor but kind peasant with a beautiful wife and a curious daughter called Red Riding Hood. Isabella Rossellini stars in the story of a wicked king.
Put him in the dungeon.
Have you no heart? With a very special friend.
Wolf into man, fast as you can.
There's that devilish profile. There's that glistening smile.
Nanny Bess is not feeling very well. I want you to take her some cake and cider.
You should never talk to strangers. You'll get nothing but regret.
It's the musical version of every family's favorite fairy tale.
What big eyes you have, Grandma.
Better to see you, my dear.
What big teeth you have, Grandma.
The better to eat you.
It's the story of Red Riding Hood. Amelia Shankly, Craig T. Nelson, and Isabella Rossellini star in Red Riding Hood.
Hannah's War was released in France on September 21st, 1988. During World War II, Hannah, a Hungarian Jew living in British Palestine, volunteers to go behind enemy lines to rescue Jews from deportation to death camps.
every struggle, there are those who sit in rage, those who are helpless, and those who are fearless. She was a young girl when the world went mad.
Only Christians may be elected to important positions, and Seneshaniko is a Jew.
I withdraw my nomination.
And a young woman when the chance came to make it right.
This'll never work, sir. London must think I'm running some bloody nursery school here.
Women can be very useful out there, McCormack.
Hannah Sinnage, are you aware of the priorities of this mission?
To drop in behind enemy lines, to establish contact with local resistance groups, to transfer any and all information we gather.
In a time when countless people gave up hope.
This will probably be a suicide mission. Still interested?
Hannah Sinnage fought back. The true story of a young woman whose courage became an inspiration to the world.
Open the other bunkers! There's people inside! Get them out!
Speak! 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 What is your name?
I do not admit to having betrayed my country.
Do you wish to plead guilty and ask for a pardon?
I will never plead guilty.
Where is she? Where's my daughter?
She's stubborn. She's brave. Either you talk, or you'll condemn your mother to death.
Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame. Blessed is the flame that burns in the secret fastness of the heart. Blessed is the heart with strength to stop its beating for honor's sake. Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame.
We didn't fail, Hannah! Be strong!
In every life, there comes a time to follow your heart. Hannah's took her to war. Hannah's War. A true story, directed by Menachem Golan.
Hansel and Gretel was released in the United States on December 10th, 1988. After being told to leave their home by their mother, Hansel and Gretel wrongly walk into the North Woods, where they discover a delicious gingerbread house. Unbeknown to them, it's a witch that lives there.
Cannon Films is proud to present a classic movie tale. Once upon a time, near a dark and very scary forest,
Raise your hands and cut.
there lived a poor woodcutter and his family,
Left and right, left and then.
who were so poor they had almost nothing to eat.
The four of us are going to starve.
Until one day, Hansel and Gretel went off to find some food.
Maybe she lives underneath the chocolate tree.
But what they found instead
Everything looks like cookies and candies.
was someone magical
Welcome, children. So please,
who couldn't wait
come in
to feed them. And of course,
She's a witch.
eat them.
Eat by day.
Hansel!
Eat by night.
Gretel!
And in a week, you'll be plump. Right. Hocus pocus, then place this switch, make Griselda a gingerbread witch.
This is the story of Hansel and Gretel. A story with a happy ending for everyone. Well, almost everyone. David Warner and Cloris Leachman in Hansel and Gretel, a delicious new musical version of every family's favorite fairy tale.
Coming soon from Cannon Films. In 1989, it will be the Battle of the Superheroes. Warner Brothers' Batman versus Cannon's Superman 5.